Hello students, welcome to this module on refrigeration and air conditioning. In this session, we are going to know about lapping valve plate, prepare the gasket and refit. Objectives. By the end of this exercise, you will be able to check for leaks in the valve assembly, lap the reeds and the plate, inspect and assemble the valve plate. Prepare the gasket for refitting. Let us now take a look at the tools, equipments and consumables needed for lapping valve plate, preparing gasket and refit. Box spanner, hammer, mallet, double end spanner 7 mm to 14 mm, screwdriver 200 mm, cutting plier,
gasket,
cutting scissors,
gasket,
cutting chisel or cutter knife, hollow punch, lapping plate, compressor valve plate assembly, valve grinder paste, fine or coarse 10 grams, refrigeration oil half liter, 12-inch into 12-inch GI tray 1 number, kerosene half liter,
bunion cloth,
1 square meter,
gasket,
as required, oil can 250 milliliter.
Now let us see the preparations needed for lapping the valve plate, preparing the gasket and refit. Leak check and valve assembly. Keep the valve assembly on a lapping plate. Place the valve as the reed upward. Pour kerosene on the valve and check if kerosene drops out of the valve assembly, it has to be serviced. Lap the reeds and plate. Remove the reeds assembly from the valve plate. Clean the plate and apply lapping paste on the plate. Place the valve plate in the lapping plate. Move the valve plate with finger in motion and form as number 8. Apply even pressure after every forms of 8. Turn the plate 0.25 inch turn clockwise. Repeat turning and lapping till the scratches on the plate are cleaned. The same to be repeated for lapping of the valve reeds. Inspect and assemble the valve plate. Clean the valve plate and reeds with kerosene and wipe the bunion cloth. Rinse the parts in petrol. Inspect the parts so that no scratches are visible. Apply a film of refrigeration oil. Assemble the reeds to the plate and tighten the screws. Pour kerosene and check for leaks. Prepare gasket and refit. Check the gasket which was removed with care. While dismantling, reject the damaged gasket or compressed tooth head. Select the reusable gasket suitable to the location of the parts and choose the correct thickness of the gasket with instructor's guidance. Cut a piece of gasket little more than the size of the part of the gasket roll. Place the gasket on the surface of the part. Get the impression of two holes opposite to each other by rubbing with a small spanner on these holes. Punch these holes by a gasket punch. Again, fix the gasket on the surface of the part with two bolts. Hold the gasket properly. Rub the edges of the part with a small spanner and get the impression of the part on the gasket. Remove the gasket and cut it on the impression of outer marks by gasket cutting scissor. Inner marks by cutter blade. Use the hammer and hollow punch to punch the holes. While punching the holes, keep any waste or old gaskets down the new gasket to save the hole punch's cutting edge. Hold the hollow punch straight and hit the head of the hammer till the complete circumference of hole cuts. Record the list of reused gaskets, new gaskets locations and each one's thickness in record sheet. Apply thin film of oil on both surfaces of the gaskets. Place the gaskets at appropriate locations and refit. Prepare gasket and refit. Place the gaskets at appropriate locations.
In this topic, we came to know about how to check for leaks in the valve assembly, lap the reeds and plate, inspect and assemble the valve plate, prepare the gasket for refitting, evaluate the operation of the refrigerator. I hope you all understood the process of lapping valve plate, preparing gasket and refit. Thank you students, and let us meet in the next session. Bye.